Hi, this is Anne with Fiber Designs by Anne, and this is part 6, 7, 8, and 9 of my denim jacket that I thrifted and I embroidered on or put embroidered pieces into. I've been gone for a while because there have been projects around my home that my husband and I had to attend to, and I'm still working on them. But I hope this makes up for my time being away. Thanks for any patience. So I'm going to start by talking about the long and short stitch or silk shading in this little butterfly. The body's a little wonky. Couldn't see my drawing very well. Anyway, it was really fun to do it. I like the results of him just sitting on this leaf. And after I embroidered him in a hoop, and then I inserted it in this space. And then I just used a running stitch and added a little more leaves and just little swirls. On this jacket, I'll probably just keep going. I don't know if I'll ever wear it because I'm going to just keep embroidering on it. At least I think so right now. We'll see. After I did this, I sewed some flowers down here. Well, I don't know what they were. And I was so unhappy with it that I ripped it all out. I'll put a picture here for you to see, and you'll probably understand why I was unhappy. Anyway, so after doing that, I decided to, once I ripped that out, I decided to do hexagons. And I knew that they weren't going to actually meet up, that they would have space in between them, so I wasn't too picky about how great they were done. These are hand appliqued on. I love hand applique. And then I just did running stitch through them, kind of picking up the colors from other parts of the sleeve on that same side. And I think these are about 3/4 of an inch. So that was really fun. I will show you some more of those on the other side, but first we'll go to this was a leather fern that I had done a scent print with, and all I used was my regular jacquard textile color paint. I'm not paid to advertise this product, I just really like it. And I had my fabric wet, and then I don't know if I brushed or sprayed. I think I brushed some paint on it and laid the leather fern on top of that, and I set it in the sun. It can also be done in under a light sometimes. And then I just added, just with some green embroidery floss, I just did the trunk and then just little suggestions of stems, just to give it a little more texture. Went around it with I don't know what this is called. It's like a blanket stitch, but you make a triangle with a stitch in the center. And I like the way that sets it off. It's pretty simple compared to a lot of the other patches, but I thought it was fun to do. Then above that, I'm picking up colors from other parts around the jacket. Above that, I used some of this was a drop technique that I used. I think most of these techniques you can find in my playlist for painting fabric. Then this was a leaf that I made, a stamp that was made simple out of craft foam, and I just stamped it on some fabric that I had already painted. And I've used this in a lot of projects. It was really fun, and I love leaves. They're all over my house. And on this piece, I did just a blanket stitch, just pretty much a basic blanket stitch, but I did it kind of close together, and I like the way that came out. And just embroidered, I just sort of made it up as, it's just a chain stitch leaf, I guess is what I would call it. I don't know it technically, if there's a name for it. And then I just did a little running stitch around this one to shadow it, echo it a little bit, outline it. And this is a fly stitch, or what else is called a fern stitch maybe. Just single stitch around, kind of looks like a Y. And then in here I did crosses or T's or X's, whatever you want to call them. Again, just picking up colors from the other patches. and I was really happy with the way that came out. I'm doing some more hexies over here, and they look a lot different than the others because the contrast shows more, the stitches show more. I really am happy. Of course, these are colors that I love. So, and then I'm just doing a running stitch through them. Again, that's just the 3/4 inch hexies, and they're spaced apart and hand appliqued. I love hand applique, if I didn't say that already. Don't do it a lot these days, but I really love it. So that's where I am at this point in the jacket. And I hope that you've enjoyed seeing these patches. And if you have any questions or comments, I hope you'll leave them below. I appreciate you being here and watching the video, and I hope that you've got some ideas and that you're trying some patches or just some embroidery, and that it's bringing you some joy. So thank you very much for being here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Anne with Fiber Designs by Anne.